Hello friends, this is Professor Rahul Krishnaji Bhavne and in the subject of heat transfer, today we will see uniform heat generation in a sphere. So today we will cover two parts. First will be the solid sphere and second when that sphere is in convective surrounding medium. So let's start today's video. So heat generation in solid. So assume this is one sphere which having a outer radius RO and heat generation source G. The material having a thermal conductivity K, and due to heat generation, this surface of sphere reach to the temperature T wall TW, and heat is transfer radially from source to surface. So this is our schematic. Now, as we know, this whole portion is required only one dimensional steady state heat conduction equation, that is a Poisson's equation. So Poisson's equation for sphere is 1 upon r square d by dr in bracket r square dt by dr plus g upon k equal to 0. Why 0? Because it is a steady state. Now I shift this g by k on right hand side, so it become minus g by k. Then I have to shift this r square on right hand side, so it become d by dr of r square dt by dr equal to minus gr square upon k. Now I can integrate this equation, and after integration, right hand side d by dr will be vanished. So on integrating, we get r square dt by dr equals to minus gr cube upon 3k plus c1, constant of integration. Now we have to shift this r square on right hand side. So r square, when we shift to right hand side, it will be in denominator of this term. So r square and cube get cancelled, and also it will be in denominator to c1. So final form dt by dr will be minus gr upon 3k plus c1 upon r square. Now we can again integrate this. So again on integrating, we get a temperature distribution equation, that is T on left hand side minus g r square upon 6k minus c1 upon r, because integration of 1 upon r square is a minus 1 upon r plus c2. So we get a temperature distribution equation in terms of constant c1 and c2. So we have these two equations, dt by dr form and temperature distribution equation form, and our aim is to find out the value of C1 and C2. So we have to apply the conditions. So at center of sphere, no doubt there will be a maximum maximum temperature at center of sphere. So the condition will be when a radius is 0, then T become T max, and we all know that T max going to satisfy, that is a maximum temperature condition, dt by dr equal to 0. So this dt by dr is at 0, r0 condition, then it is 0. Why? Because it is a maximum temperature condition, and we are getting a T as a T max at center. So we will use this dt form. So dt by dr at r equals to 0 will be minus gr upon 3k plus c1 upon r square. So we will replace the value of r equals to 0 and dt by dr equals to 0. So we are replacing r value as a 0, but we are not replacing here r square where r is 0, because c1 upon 0, that means anything upon 0 become infinity, and we are interested in finding the value of c1. So don't put directly 0 here. Now dt by dr is 0, this whole term becomes 0 plus c1 upon r square. So we get the value c1 upon r square equal to 0. Now we have to shift this r square. So we get a C1 equals to 0. Now we know that what is the value of C1. So put this C1 value in dt by dr. So at radius r equals to 0, our dt by dr equation become minus gr upon 3k. So this is our dt by dr at center. So we get the value of C1. Now we are interested in finding the value of C2. So till now we have dt by dr equation, temperature distribution equation, and we find the value of C1. Now the second condition, first condition at center we apply and find the value of C1. Now second condition, that is at surface. So at surface, when radius become RO, outer radius, then temperature will be T wall. So we will use this temperature distribution equation. So applying this condition to this temperature form. So our T become T wall when R become RO. So T wall equals to minus G RO square upon 6K minus C1 upon RO plus C2. And we know that C1 is 0. So we have to put the value of C1 here. So T wall will be this one where C1 term, that middle term, becomes 0. So finally we get the T wall equals to minus G RO square upon 6K plus C2. And we are interested in finding the value of C2, so we have to shift this minus GRO square upon 6K on left hand side. So we get the value of C2. C2 is a T wall plus GRO square upon 6K. Now we have C1 value, C2 value, and temperature distribution equation. So we will replace C1 and C2 value in this temperature distribution equation. So C1 is 0, so whole middle term becomes 0. C2 is T wall plus GRO square upon 6K. So rearranging this, so we get the final form T equals to G upon 6K, RO square minus R square plus T wall. So this is our required temperature distribution equation for sphere, and especially when it is a solid and without considering any convection part. So whenever we don't consider any convection part, so we directly find out the value of C1 and C2, and putting that C1 and C2 in temperature distribution. So this is our temperature distribution for solid sphere, and as there is no convection part, so there is no H value. H is a coefficient of convection, uh, so it is not there. Correct. Now we have the temperature distribution equation. Now if I consider a center of sphere where radius is 0, so temperature will be T center, and that is a maximum. So T center will be at R equals to 0. So I have to put only R equals to 0 here in this equation. So this whole term becomes 0, and finally I get temperature at center is G RO square upon 6K plus T wall. So it is not possible every time to remember each and every formula. So basically try to remember this main equation, and then applying a respective condition we can reach to the final form of that particular temperature. In sphere, many times it is asked to rate of heat transfer also. So heat conduction through this solid sphere is as per the Fourier's equation, so minus K A dt by dr, and we know that what is the value of dt by dr, it is minus gr upon 3k, because C1 is 0, so the other terms become 0. So dt by dr is minus gr upon 3k. So replacing this, so minus minus become plus, k get cancelled. So finally we obtain q is equals to a gr upon 3. You may simplify further by putting the value of a. Area is a surface area, even though it is a cross-sectional area as per the formula, but whatever be the cross-sectional area or area normal to the direction of heat flow, it is nothing but a surface area for sphere. So you can simplify this furthermore, but it become a little bit difficult to remember that kind of formula. So we will stop here for heat conduction formula Q is equals to surface area GR upon 3. Now let us see one numerical. So heat is generated in a solid sphere of 10 centimeter diameter. So diameter is 10 centimeter. So radius will be 5, and in terms of meter, so 0.05 meter. Diameter, 10 centimeter diameter of the rate of 600 watt per meter cube. So from unit we can identify whether this is a capital Q or small g heat generation intensity. So it is small g 600 watt per meter cube. Surface heat transfer coefficient is 10 watt per meter square Kelvin. Many times, many other terminology is used to define a coefficient of heat transfer or coefficient of heat convection. But from unit, we can identify this is watt per meter square Kelvin. That means this is nothing but a H. H is given 10. Now, surrounding air temperature is 30, so T infinity given 30 degrees centigrade, and conductivity of material is zero point 0.2 watt per meter Kelvin. And it is asked to find out maximum temperature of sphere. No doubt it will be at center, and surface temperature of sphere, that is T wall. If I try to draw schematic for this statement, so it will be like this. There is a sphere, RO is outer radius, heat generation source G, then heat transfer from source to first surface, then from surface to convective medium. This K is a material conductivity, then H is a convective coefficient, T infinity temperature of surrounding, this is T wall. So let us see. First we will derive temperature distribution equation for sphere when there is a convection part. In a previous part we saw temperature distribution equation when there is no any kind of convection part. So temperature distribution equation, this is our schematic and given data is here. Now at this condition we have two boundary conditions at center where R is 0 and temperature become T max. So as the temperature become T max, that means it is definitely satisfying maximum temperature condition, that is dT by dr equal to 0. So this is our first condition at center. Now at surface there is a two parts. Whatever be the heat conducted from source to surface, that much amount of heat will be convected out with the help of convecting fluid from surface. Definitely it is at steady state condition. We are assuming everything at a steady state condition. So at R equals to RO, then temperature become T wall, and at surface we get whatever be the heat conducted to wall surface is equals to heat convected to the surrounding fluid. So we have relations, that is minus Ka dt by dr, where R equals to RO is equals to HAT wall minus T infinity. So conduction part must be equal to convection part. Now in conduction, this A stand for cross sectional area, but this cross sectional area, that means area normal to the direction of heat flow, is surface area itself, and this is no doubt surface area exposed to heat convection. That means A get cancelled. So finally we get minus K dt by dr, R equals to RO is equals to H T wall minus T infinity. So whenever there is a convection part, so to find out the C2 value, we have to use this relation. And in this, we have to first find out dt by dr, R equals to RO. Remember this term? dt by dr, R equals to RO. We have to find out first this term. And secondly, we have to find out T wall. Once we get these two values, then we will replace here and find out the value of C2. Okay. So let's move ahead. So Poisson's equation, one-dimensional steady-state heat conduction equation for sphere is 1 upon r square d by dr bracket r square dt by dr plus g upon k equal to 0. Now shifting that g by k on right hand side, so it become minus. Then I will shift this r square. So our equation will be d by dr, r square dt by dr equal to minus gr square upon k. Now integrating this, so after integration we get r square dt by dr equals to minus gr cube upon 3k plus c1. But now we have to shift this r square before again integrating this. So if I shift this r square, so it will be in denominator of this first term as well as second term. So when it reach to denominator, so r square and cube get cancelled, so there will be only r and c1 upon r square. So our reform of equation will be dt by dr is equals to minus gr upon 3k plus c1 upon r square. Now we can integrate this equation again. So we get a temperature distribution equation. So on integrating this dt by dr form, we reach to this temperature distribution equation, and it is T equals to minus gr square upon 6k minus c1 upon r. As the integration of 1 upon r square is minus 1 upon r. So it becomes minus c1 upon r plus c2. So we have now these two equations where temperature distribution equation in terms of constant of integration, that is C1 and C2. So anyhow we have to find out the value of C1 and C2, and we have only two boundary condition at center and at surface. So let us see how to find out the C1 and C2. So first we will consider a boundary condition at center where R is 0 and temperature become T max. And no doubt when temperature become T max, so it is definitely going to satisfy maximum temperature condition, and that is nothing but dt by dr equal to 0. And we are talking about r at 0, so dt by dr at r equals to 0 condition. So we have the value dt by dr is 0 and r is 0. So we will use this dt by dr form equation. So putting this value into this dt by dr, so equation become dt by dr at r equals to 0 will be, that is equals to minus gr upon 3k plus c1 upon r square. Now we have to put the values. So first we will replace r, but as I said in previous slide, we are not replacing this r value as 0, otherwise it become infinity. So this r is 0, so this whole term becomes 0, and dt by dr at r equals to 0 is nothing but the 0, as it is satisfying maximum temperature condition. So finally 0 equals to 0 plus c1 upon r square. So 0 equals to c1 upon r square. Now we are shifting this r square to left hand side, so it becomes 0. So at the last we get the value of c1 equals to 0. Now we know the value of c1. So at center where r equals to 0, what is the dt by dr? So dt by dr at r equals to 0 will be minus gr upon 3k plus c1 upon r square was there, but c1 is 0, so whole term becomes 0. So we get only minus gr upon 3k. Now if I talk about the surface where r ro, so when r is ro, so we have to replace this r by ro. So dt by dr when r equals to ro will be minus g ro upon 3k. This is the first value which is we are going to replace in our uh, equation to find out the C2. So dt by dr at r equals to ro is minus gro upon 3k. So till now we have these two forms, dt by dr temperature, then value of dt by dr at r equals to ro, and C1 value. Now we will find out what is the value of T wall. So we will apply a second condition at a radius, that is surface, r equals to ro, temperature become T wall. So we have to use this temperature distribution equation. So putting this condition in that equation, so T become T wall when R become RO. So it is minus G RO square upon 6K minus C1 upon RO plus C2. And we know that what is the value of C1? C1 is 0. So this middle term becomes 0. So T wall is minus GRO square upon 6K minus 0 plus C2. So T wall is minus GRO square upon 6K plus C2. So this is the value of T wall. Now we have this dt by dr at r equals to RO and T wall. Now we will replace these two in this our main equation. So heat conduction equals to heat convection, that form equation. So we will replace there. So it become minus K. What is dt by dr? It is minus G RO upon 3K is equals to H. What is T wall? T wall is minus G RO square upon 6K plus C2 minus T infinity. Now here minus minus become plus, K get cancel. So there will be G RO upon 3. If I shift this H on left hand side, so it will be in denominator. So we get G RO upon 3H is equals to minus G RO square upon 6K plus C2 minus T infinity. We are doing all these exercise to find out the value of C2. So we have to shift other terms on second side. So we get such kind of arrangement where everything is shifting on second side and one side we kept only C2. So our C2 value become GRO upon 3H plus RO square upon 6K plus T infinity. Now we have C1 as well as C2. So we will replace these two value in temperature distribution equation. So temperature distribution equation T is equals to minus G R square upon 6K minus C1 R. So replacing this C1, so it become 0 and we found out this whole term is 0. Then replacing C2. So rearranging this. So finally we get a form temperature is G upon 6K RO square minus R square plus GRO upon 3H plus infinity. So this is our required temperature distribution equation when convection part is there. As there is a convection part, so H term is there. In a previous, when we talk about a solid sphere only, then that H part was not present there. Correct? Now we get the temperature distribution equation for the sphere when convection part is considered. Now this is our temperature distribution equation. So we will go to find out our questions, that is maximum temperature in the sphere. We know that maximum temperature is obtained at center where R is 0. So applying that condition, when R is 0, T become T max. So replacing this condition in our temperature distribution equation, so the equation become T max G upon 6K RO square minus 0 square, because R is replaced by 0, plus G RO upon 3H plus T infinity. So finally we get this form for temperature max, and we have the value for all these terms. It is given. So put all the values, and after calculating we conclude that T max for this particular sphere is 32.25 degrees centigrade. This is our first answer. Now T wall, definitely T wall must be lesser than T max. So surface temperature. So at surface temperature, we must apply the condition when R equals to RO, then T become T wall. So putting this condition, so T become T wall when R become RO. So replacing R by RO, so it is RO square minus RO square, so it becomes 0. This whole term will be 0 plus GRO upon 3H plus T infinity. So our final form will be this. Now if I put the values and calculate, so after calculation I reached to conclusion that T wall is 31 degrees centigrade. And how to tally? It must be lesser than T maximum, and it is lesser, so that is our correct answer. T wall is 31 degrees centigrade. So this is the last portion of the as per geometry. First we saw plane wall, then cylinder, and today this is the last part of sphere. So thank you for watching